Hey, what's up, beautiful people? This is Spiritual Bodybuilder. Thank you for joining me. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Venus moving through the sign of Taurus. Now, this is a really exciting transit because Taurus rules Venus. Okay, they get along really well, and Venus going through Aries, not the strongest energy, right? And of course, before it had to move over Chiron, digging up some deep wounds. Now, the Uranus energy is sort of laying the foundation, along with Saturn and Pluto in the South Node, to bring us into this new world that we're living in, right? And this new world, this new chapter, the chapter one is still being written. And Mercury just went over Uranus, and that gave us some insights, some clarity, some aha moments. A few more puzzle pieces being put together. And now with Venus coming in over Uranus, and Venus being stronger in a sign that it loves, this is going, whatever karma that is coming back to us from all the work that we've been doing on ourselves, is going to be incredibly beneficial, probably better than we can hope for or realize. And it's going to be very unexpected. So, I know I try to figure out this Uranus energy and okay, especially doing astrology, well, I think this, and it's never ever, when the surprise comes in, it still even takes me a little while to realize, oh, okay, this is probably the surprise that is coming to me. And we don't always realize it right away. That's sort of how karmic lessons work. That's why you have to have trust and have faith that this is going to happen. So we have Venus moving over Uranus in the first couple weeks. Really, we're probably going to feel that energy, and I believe that that's going to be a lot of really great surprises in relationships, a lot of great surprises in love, in feelings of self-worth. Right? Maybe even making more money, attracting more positive things, identifying really what we want and how we want to go about getting what we want, right? Moving into our power. This is all about another level, another layer, another archetype of stability coming into our power. So we want to allow whatever's going to happen. And just remember, we're manifesting really quickly right now. So stay on point, stay focused, and things are going to be all right. And there are so many massive aspects going on during this time. I have a feeling that in this, from May 15th to June 9th, some major shifts are going to happen. Major shifts, because we have Venus is going to trine Saturn, the South Node, and Pluto. So with Venus trining all these energies from the house or the placement that deals with self-worth and self-love and foundation and stability, like the earthly third dimensional things that we want to have structured and solidified, is that conversation with Saturn, with the South Node letting go of the things that are no longer serving us in this particular field, really mostly with relationships, significant relationships, business relationships, your relationship with yourself, and then of course with Saturn bringing more clarity and more strength and more understanding of how to solidify and stabilize these emotional boundaries. And then with Pluto, of course, is just a deep unknown, who knows what it's doing, but you can feel it. It's like that deep down, it's like a rumbling, like a constant rumbling. And, Pluto is just sort of always there. So it's a little bit more difficult to really feel that energy. But with Venus speaking to it, it's making it lighten up a little bit. All right. And I think that this is really good, because what we're doing is we're being infused with positive energy because we need it. This last couple of years has been very difficult. And so many people are moving into this new power. So letting go and being okay with all these things happening is so important. So we have Mars square Chiron during this transit, and that's going to be a little difficult. And you know, we all, I think, right now have like one major situation in our life that we're working through. Okay, that we really, I feel it's a karmically destined situation that is forcing us to look at ourselves in an incredibly vulnerable way. And as we do find the energy and find the strength to look at these things that are painful, we're purging them, but sometimes it's not fun. The Mars, Mars is going to go into Cancer, and it's going to square Chiron, and that's going to be, Cancer is emotions. It's nurturing, but Cancer is sort of like can be passive aggressive, and then Aries is all about love and the self and our identity within ourselves. So it's saying like questioning our ability to love ourselves. All right, making it bringing up that deeper that deeper part of that wound that just is just dug in there like a tick. All right, but with that with that transit going on, we have all this strength behind us. Like it's like we have like a whole team of cheerleaders. Yay! Push through. You got this. And then so we go through the difficult part, and then we get the reward. Now the reward could be internal or it could be external, but overall, like with the energy supporting us right now, we have such an opportunity to work and heal through so much karmic stuff. I mean, this is like lifetimes. Things that have been passed down generation to generation. Our families right now is that time where we're overcoming those generational karmic debts, if you will, and creating a new world, like one situation, one relationship, one thing at a time. All right, so Mars will also be sextile Venus, though, which is, the divine masculine, divine feminine, having sex. You can't get much better than that. That's really like a twin flame energy. So right now we have, like a lot of twin flames are being magnetized towards each other. And again, with Uranus sort of in the picture there, it's going to be unexpected. Like we're not going to, all of a sudden we're going to wake up one day and be like, what the fuck just happened? In a good way. And, I think, the empaths, the light workers, the light warriors out there, we need some wins. And this next few weeks, we're going to get them. In order to get them, though, we got to stand there completely vulnerable. Like, hey, all right, I'm here. Let's do this. Right. So make sure that, you reach it. Don't isolate yourself. Reach out for support. Focus on self-care. Self-care is required to be able to practice self-worth. Right? Like to have that feeling, we have to be able to take care of ourselves. And that stuff's coming up really strong here now too. So Mars is going to enter Cancer on May 16th. Okay. And it's interesting because as these planets are shifting, the Sun and Mercury are sort of traveling together. Mercury is traveling really fast right now, and they're going to conjunct exactly at 0 degrees of Gemini. Now, that to me because 0 degrees is a master number. It is like it's 0 degrees is like the ascended masters of each house, right? That so with the Sun and Mercury conjunct there, that is getting downloads. That is getting positive affirmations. That's getting energy. That's getting clarity. A lot of clarity. Okay, especially because Gemini is air sign. It's thought. It's very cerebral. Okay, so that's when things are going to start clicking, and that's going to be a beautiful experience. Okay, so the Sun and Mercury are going to sesquiquadrate Pluto, Saturn, South Node, and the Moon during this transit. Sesquiquadrate is a past life energy. So with the Sun and Mercury, this to me signifies massive release, letting go, massive release, and stepping into that next level. So really, man, so much infusion of positive energy and simultaneously releasing that no longer serves us and stepping into our power in that way. It's a beautiful thing. Venus is going to also trine Saturn and Pluto. I mean, wow. At the end of the transit on June 9th, also Mars will conjunct the North Node. So we have more and more energy heading towards the North Node through this process. It's really going to hit later on in like June, July. But with all the South Node stuff that we've been working on, like the last year has been mostly south node transits, and really difficult south node transits, which is all letting go in the 10th house, about structures, about the divine masculine, about, you know, the father figure, about life purpose. So as the personal planets start to come through the north node, that's giving more energy and more attention to the direction that we're going, right? Towards nurturing, towards family, towards having what we want, really, right? Like having what we love near and dear to us, and creating like a beautiful home life, or, you know, feeling at home within ourselves, or, you know, be really blasting into our authenticity. It's a really beautiful thing. So I would say in this next few weeks, you know, we want to keep our vibration high, especially with the manifestation. And some of these energies, those negative thought patterns can sneak in, and they can be very insidious. So, you know, positive thought processes, you know, like you can have what I like to do is, in my bathroom, I write, you know, words of affirmation. I am great. I am confident. I am humble. I am abundant. All these different words. And I will look at myself in the eyes, and I will say these to myself in a loving way, right? I'm telling you, the stuff works. It's neurolinguistic programming and things like that. Listening to, you know, music that makes you feel light. Binaural beats are, you know, a great way. Doing anything that helps you relax, going into nature, you know, going, I don't know, painting, doing some yoga, you know, doing some kind of spiritual retreat. Like these things are going to help set the stage. We don't want to be overly busy and overly distracted, because if we're distracted, we're not going to be able to pay attention to these signs that are guiding us to that next level. And we really want to, you know, these intuitive transmissions that are going to be coming in are going to guide us to that next level. But if we're not aware enough, or we're too busy, we're not going to see it. Okay. So I hope this information resonates with you. And if it does, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like a session with me, you can go to my website at trinityfitnessastrology.com, and I'll talk to all you guys later.